welcome to Triple Crown Puroresu Podcast. Very happy to be here. As you see, there's only two of us today. Our old buddy John wasn't able to join us today. He's got things going on, but I'm here with PW Manias. Oops. Whoops. I'm sorry. Okay, I'll say it. PW Manias Ethan Black. Ethan, man, welcome, man. How you doing, buddy?
Hey, I'm doing good, brother. What about you? How you doing?
I'm doing okay. Sorry, I didn't mean to say that name, but it's okay. We'll just let it go. So John's unable to join us today, which is a shame. He's got a number of things going on. I think he's going to take a short hiatus. We might be without him for a few weeks. But looks like it's just me and you today. We were supposed to have somebody else joining us today, but they haven't popped in yet. If they do pop in, we'll bring them on. But until then, what's happening, man? Champion Carnival. Let's go right into that, man. Champion Carnival 2023 Night 3 ended this morning. Did you get a chance to watch it?
No, not yet. But you can spoil it. I'm good.
I can spoil it. Okay, it was actually a very, very good show. Kento Miyahara, Yuma Yagi, was a great match, of course. Yuma Anzai, Ryuki Honda, outstanding matchup to end the show. Holy smoke. That match was just absolutely fantastic. A little disappointed with the ending. I see we got a lot of people watching us, which is cool. So hopefully you haven't seen it yet because I'm going to do a little spoiling here. I was expecting Yuma Anzai to go 3-0, but he lost to Ryuki Honda, man. Wow. Honda defeated Anzai, and Honda has 4 points. Honda has 2 points. Anzai has the 4 points. What do you think of that, man? Were you expecting Anzai to maybe go undefeated, or what are your thoughts on that, man?
I'll be honest with you. I expect him to lose, like not this early, like towards like the final. Excuse me, the last couple of nights. I wasn't expecting him this early, to be honest with you. I was like, well, when you said that, I was like, whoa. Plus, in the main battle tag partners, right? So, and plus, Honda can say you get a shot title now since he pinned him.
Yeah, no, that's. I think that's the reason. I don't think Honda's going to win the Champion Carnival, but what they do is they do this kind of setting up for a future match. So Honda getting the pin on Anzai. So whoever wins this will challenge Anzai. Whoever wins the Champion Carnival will challenge Anzai. Will lose to Anzai. I think it's going to be Rei Saito, but then Honda will probably show up after that match and say, "Well, I defeated you at Champion Carnival. I deserve a title shot," and he'll get the title shot and wind up losing. But yeah, I was surprised, man. I was surprised. But Kento Miyahara gets his 4th point. He defeated Yuma Yagi, which another terrific match. I didn't see. Did you see the second show? I know that was on video on demand. I haven't got to see it.
No, I haven't seen it. Before we were recording here, what I was saying was so I was looking all day yesterday because sometimes with the old All Japan TV, like when it uploads, like it's like right there after video demand. But it kept saying coming soon. I'm like, okay, I'll check like later in the afternoon or evening. I didn't see the date. They're like dropping April 21st. I'm like,
yeah.
Oh, well, I guess I got 2 Champion Carnival shows to catch up on.
Yeah, it said April 21st at 10 a.m. I initially thought it was because I'm in Canada. I'm thinking, 10 a.m. here in Canada, but I think they meant 10 a.m. the April 21st in Japan is when they were dropping it. So I saw it. I was watching the 3rd show. I was like, is the 2nd one available yet? And I checked it. I was like, holy smoke, it is available. But I'm gonna have to watch it. But yeah, Yuma Yagi. In the first show against Davey Boy Smith, he kind of played possum, pretending he was really hurt. He did the same thing with Kento Miyahara. That's why I was asking if you saw the second show. I was wondering if he did that with Kuroshio Tokyo Japan as well. But he was pretending.
I don't know what happened on that show. He did win by so spoilers again. He does win by count out. He beat.
Okay.
So what happened is I seen the results. So basically, he took his Kuroshio's jacket and basically put over his head and kept him out of the ring for 20 seconds.
So Kuroshio got counted out then.
Yeah, he got counted out.
That's stupid. That's dumb. Yeah, all due respect to Kuroshio, I'm not a big fan of his. I don't know how you feel about him, but I'm not a big fan about that with that jacket gimmick. And he comes to the ring and he's in the ring, then he jumps out of the ring. It's like all this. I don't know. I'm just not a fan of Kuroshio.
His entrances are getting I get that's part of his gimmick, but bro, just get in the ring. Just get in the ring. I don't need to watch your entrance for 20 minutes.
Yeah, neither do I, man. I don't need to watch that entrance.
I literally no joke, Lewis. I have to fast forward. I'm like, oh my god.
Yeah, that's why I'm glad it's on video on demand, so I could just fast forward that. But speaking of him, he met Cyrus the guy that should be the resident monster of All Japan Pro Wrestling.
Please tell me Cyrus won.
Take a guess who won that match.
Please be Cyrus.
No, Cyrus did not win. Cyrus came out like a ball of fire. He came out and he was throwing Curcio all around the arena, just absolutely destroying Curcio, which I was very happy about because Curcio did his 6-hour ring entrance. But yeah, so Cyrus came out, so throwing him all around the ring, all around the outside of the ring. Finally, the match starts, and Curcio had Cyrus was up on the ring. He was going to do a Hakuna Karada, but it kind of slipped. But then he did it again, and then he kicked Cyrus in the head. Cyrus went down, and the referee counted to 3 really kind of quickly, and then Curcio ran, and Cyrus grabbed the chair and started chasing after him. It was stupid. There was no way, man. I'm sorry, man. There's no freaking way Cyrus should have lost the first match of the champion card. That kind of sets the stage now for Cyrus. He's supposed to be this big monster. The press conference, he says he's coming after Kento. He's scaring everybody. At the opening ceremony, he gets into blows in exchange with Kento Miyahara, gets in the face of Ren Ayabi, and gets in the face of Yuma Ansai, and then he loses to Curcio. It kind of sets the stage. So I was really disappointed. Really disappointed in that, man.
Cyrus, you got heat with the head office or something? Like, come on.
I don't know. I know he's trying to get. I don't know. He's trying to get. I know he's interested. He said it on his Twitter feed that he wants to get a contract. Maybe he's got to earn it. Maybe he's like, all right, you're gonna have to lose a Curcio. You're gonna have to take a few silly losses here if you want to earn that contract with us. But I don't know. It was.
That's so stupid.
It was stupid. It was dumb. There's no way he should have lost. Another good match, Davey Boy Smith Jr. against Shotaro Oshino. That was very good as well. And Davey Boy Smith getting his first 2 points, defeating Shotaro Oshino in a very good. Overall, the whole show was good. Again, Hokuto Omori is in a 6-man match. Suwama Kasayashi and Masayuki Kono against Dan Tamura, Hokuto Omori, and Red Yabi, which was fairly good. But I don't get the stupid horse mask. He's now wrestling with the horse mask on. What the hell is that, man?
I don't know. I don't get it at all. I honestly, I get you're trying to get it over, but get rid of it.
Yeah, I mean, it's just absolutely stupid. I mean, he comes down. I don't know who the other guy is with him that's also wearing a horse mask, but he comes in. He's wearing the horse. After Suwama pinned him. Suwama grabs the horse mask off and just throws it into the crowd. Thank goodness. Hopefully we'll never see that stupid horse mask again. I don't know what the hell. And I got to say, we got a lot of people watching us right now. This is really cool. So everyone that's watching us right now, thank you so much, man. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it, man. Yeah, we got almost 70 people watching us right now, and that's pretty good for a live show. So maybe people don't like John. Maybe that's it. Maybe that's it. Maybe people don't like John.
They like the Canadian boys, Lewis.
Yeah, they like the Canadian. Well, technically I'm a permanent resident. I'm a U.S. boy, so they like the Canadian guy and they like the U.S. guy who has his Tim Hortons mug right here. So that's what they like. But seriously, guys, thank you so much. Oh, we're totally at 70 right now, so that's cool. That's cool. Thanks everybody. What else was there? Rei Saito defeated Hideki Suzuki, 0 points. He hasn't earned anything. Rei Saito defeated. Thank goodness Rei Saito beat him, because if Rei Saito went 0-2 in his first 2 matches, I would have been because that's my pick to win the B block right there. So here's their current standings, and maybe you can let me know what your feelings are, or if you still think I know you made some picks. So Shotaro Oshino, Yuma Yagi, Kenta Miyahara all tied with 4 points. Ren Ayabi 2 points. David Boy Smith 2. Kuroshio Kokyo Japan got 2 points. Doesn't deserve it. Should be Cyrus. Hokuto Omori and Cyrus with 0 points in the A block. So Oshino, Ayagi, Miyahara ahead in the A block. B block, Suwama, Ansai, Saito with 4 points. Lord Crew is actually having a pretty good champion Carnival. I've never seen him wrestle before. I was impressed with his first match. He defeated
Ryuki Honda.
He defeated. Oh, that's right. He defeated Ryuki Honda in the first match. I was impressed with him. What do you think of Lord Crew?
What a beast!
I know. I've never seen him before. I thought he was British, but he's from, I think, Maryland.
He's from the States. He's not even from. Because when I first, it's funny because like on the All Japan site, they have him they put him as road crew.
Yeah, I know. I saw that. I was laughing at road crew.
I was like, what is he, a construction worker? but I know they meant Lord, but it was just funny how they put.
He can come out. He's the construction worker gimmick. He's got the hard hat on. He's got the reflective vest. Reflective vest. He comes into with the truck and or he's backing up. You hear over the intercom beep beep beep.
Or like in the ring when it's a put around, he holds the stop sign. Stop. Okay, slow.
Oh, he puts up signs around the ring. Caution, men working. Road crew. Caution, men working. He puts it on all four sides of the ring.
Referee be like, what?
What's going on? Yeah, no, but he's got 2
No, and also he's really talented. He beat Honda in like 2 minutes at Cork and Hall.
Yeah, and he actually the 8-man tag that opened the show, he got the pin. He won the match for his team. It was Hikaru Sato, Seigo Tachibana, and I hope I pronounced this right, Deiju Wakamatsu.
Yeah, you said it right.
Yeah, Lord Crew. I think Lord Crew pinned Inoue. I don't remember, but Lord Crew nonetheless did get the win for his team. So he's having a decent. He did lose, I think, in the second night though. I think he lost in the second night to Yuma Anzai. Yeah.
He lost in the. I know what happened. I haven't watched, but I'm still going to anyway. Like I don't really care about getting spoiled, but yeah, he's been pretty impressive. Like I said, so I'm gonna go back and watch Saturdays and today's, but no, he's been pretty impressive so far. And then I think he's got 2 points, Lewis, right now.
He's got 2 points. Yeah. So Lord Crew's got 2. He's tied with Rei Saito and Ryuko Honda. Wait, did Honda win a match? Well, he might have. Oh yeah, he won. He beat. Let me talk. Of course, he won. He beat Anzai today.
And then Harley Jackson, I think the only one was 0, isn't he?
Well, Hideki Suzuki has 0 as well. Suzuki. Yeah, so Jackson and Suzuki has 0.
Great talent, by the way, Harley Jackson. Great talent.
Oh yeah, Harley Jackson, terrific talent. I was in the opening night when him and Cyrus, came face to face. I was like, whoa, this could be good. It was they had limited interaction, which I was a little disappointed. But yeah, I was I was the only way they'll meet each other is if they both win their blocks, which neither of them are gonna do. So we're not gonna see a 1-on-1 Jackson versus Cyrus match.
Maybe down the road, but not in tour.
Yeah, not that. I know in the second night, Cyrus got into it with Rei Saito and was claiming that Saito's gonna win the B block and I'm gonna win the A block and we're gonna meet in the finals. And I'm like, I love you, Cyrus, but I don't think that's gonna happen.
Well, yeah, I mean, you did say Rei Saito for B block, so I mean,
yeah, I did pick Saito, but I don't think Cyrus. I'd love to see Cyrus, but if they're gonna have him lose to Tokyo, Japan, opening up his tournament, I don't think he's gonna. Because his next match is against Ren Ayabi, which
he's probably losing that one.
He's gonna lose that one, and after that, he's not beating Yuma Yagi. Yuma Yagi has the next as a one after that.
Cyrus has beaten him before.
I know that's true. So it's I didn't think Tokyo. I didn't think Tokyo, Japan was gonna defeat Cyrus. So anything can happen.
So standings right quick. I'll go. So Kento, I actually thought he'd be undefeated right now. I know he lost to Abe in the first night, which actually that was like me and you were talking, Lewis. That was our match of the night. Honestly, that was probably the best match of the whole tournament so far. Ayabi versus. I agree. Well, I have to watch the other 2 nights, but. Right now, what I've seen, yes, that's for me right now. Match of the tournament.
Yeah, that's true. I haven't seen the second show yet, so I can't say that yet. So,
not yet, but But I figure Kento and Ashino and all, because Ashino won last year, so I figure he'd be kind of like take an early lead. Like so we said with Cyrus, I'm surprised he lost the first. I actually thought he'd get that point. Curse Tokyo, Japan. I don't know if he's afraid to lose or like by pin or what, but like. I don't know. I in a way, I wish he wasn't in the tournament, but that's whatever. They like him, whatever. You met. Oh yeah, I think he's at 4 right now, so I'm glad he's up there too. I figured he'd be there, pretty in first place. B block Hideki Suzuki, I'm a little surprised he's at no points, but he'll probably get 6 to 8 honestly by this tournament. Lord Crew, I mean he's pretty impressive so far what I've seen. Swab, I figure he'd be at 4 points. Low surprise, Enzai is 2-1 right now. like we talked about during the Honda match, I actually thought he'd be like going undefeated till at least the second to last night. Set of challenges. But I mean, Honda's got it right now.
Yeah, I agree. But I think they're just setting up a as I mentioned earlier, they're setting up a match between him and Honda for the Triple Crown title. So I think that's why they gave Honda the win.
That's why they get the shocking win.
Yeah, that's why I'm just pulling up here. I want to see. I'm going to read the next set of tournament matches, and then we can talk about that for a little bit. So the next set will be on April 24th. So we have A Block, Shotaro Ashino versus Yuma Iyagi. That should be an excellent one.
That'd be fun.
We got we got Horsehead versus Jacket Boy in the next one. We got Hokuto. It's going to be the Horsehead versus the Jacket. So we have Hokuto Amore versus Kuroshio Tokyo Japan. That's a match I think people are going to want to probably just fast forward through. Although it could be a good one, it's just going to be annoying with the entrances. Rena Yabi versus Cyrus, as I mentioned, that's going to be a good one. Suwama versus Yuma Anzai. Wow, does Anzai beat Suwama?
Ooh,
that's going to be a tough one.
I'm going to say yes.
Yeah, I think Anzai is going to beat Suwama.
That's about of the champions there too, because Suwama's got the 6-man tag titles.
So we got then Honda versus Ryuki Honda versus Hideki Suzuki, and then that should be good. And Jun Saito versus Lord Crew. I can see Lord Crew winning that match.
Did you say June or Ray? Sorry, Lewis.
Did I say Ray?
No, I'm asking.
It's June. It's June. Jun Saito versus Lord Crew.
I can see Lord winning, but I would not be surprised if June hits the psycho break for the win.
Yeah, that's I'm thinking they're gonna give it to why am I skipping? Oh, what's going on here? Yeah, I think Crew's gonna win that one. I think Crew's gonna, but we'll see. I like Crew, and we officially have just hit 100 viewers, man. 100 live viewers right now.
Let's go.
So John, you're fired. No, I'm kidding. Thank you, everybody. We got a couple of likes as well. Wow, this is great. Thanks everybody, man. Thank you so much, everyone that's watching us right now. Then I can't thank you guys enough. Right? You can say thank you too, Ethan. Come on, people watching us.
Yeah, thank you.
All right, man. So yeah, should I go over the 27th show as well?
I would. Yeah, I would.
Oh, the 20. Let's just okay. So 27th, A Block, Kuroshio Tokyo Japan versus Davey Boy Smith Jr.
Come on, Davey, kick his ass.
Yeah, this one's going to be interesting. Kento Miyahara versus Cyrus. So Cyrus has got to take on Rena Yabi. Oh no, did I say Yuma Iyagi will be his next opponent? I'm sorry. It's it will be Rena Yabi and then Kento Miyahara, not Yuma Iyagi.
I like Cyrus, but I think he's losing those two.
Yeah, so actually on the 28th he takes on Yuma Iyagi. So 27th Kento Miyahara, then Yuma Iyagi on the 28th Cyrus. He might be 0-4 when all is said and done, man.
That's how we record next week? Yeah, probably.
Hokuto Amore versus Rena Yabe. They kind of got into it, actually. They kind of got into it after their tag team match. They were both on the same side, but they kind of got into a little verbal battle, kind of setting up this match here on the 27th between the two. I think Ayabi's going to win that one. Jun Saito versus Ryuki Honda. Rei Saito versus Yuma Anzai, which should be very interesting. And Hartley Jackson versus Hideki Suzuki.
I'm pretty excited for that one. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, on the 27th. So there's lots of stuff, man, and they're doing a good job. Champion Carnival 2024. I wrote here in my notes. Let's talk about Champion Carnival 2023. I don't think we want to talk about 2023. We want to talk about 2024. But I'm enjoying it. What are you thinking? Are you enjoying the Champion Carnival? So
yeah, far? I love round robin tournaments. I'm such a sucker for them. Those are my favorite type of tournaments. And then we'll talk about Super Juniors later because they announced the replacement, but we'll talk about that after. But so far what I've seen, I'm actually pretty excited. I have friends who watch it too, but they just watch the tournament. They just skip the undercard.
Okay.
So, but I mean, I still watched it. I watched the full show.
I watched the whole thing. I was up. I was disappointed. I woke up a little late. I had to get up at 4 a.m. to watch. I got up at 4:30. So I started watching right in the middle of the Kuroshio Cyrus debacle. But I went back. Oh, I should lighten up so my glare is not so bad. So I went back and I watched the rest of the match. The opening of the match was really good. They were just fighting everywhere. Cyrus was destroying him as he should have been, but I don't know, kick to the head defeats a monster. But
it's funny how they're doing 3 matches from each block until literally the last 2 A and B block nights, because then they're doing all 4.
Yeah, but I'm enjoying this carnival. It's a shame I got to work, man, and I'm not gonna be able to watch a lot of them live. But I might be working and have it on my phone. Just don't tell my boss. That's all.
Listen, boss, if you're watching this, don't watch that part.
I'll just be watching, and customers will come in. I'm like, I can't help you right now. Kento Miyahara versus Cyrus is on. I can't help you right now. Sorry.
Come back in 20 minutes.
Come back in 2 hours. Come back in 2 hours when the show's over. Okay, thanks. And then again,
imagine that complaint. That'd be kind of funny. So what were you doing?
What was I doing there? I was watching Kento Miyahara versus Cyrus. That's more important than helping customers. Jesus, come on, get your act together, boss. But So anything else on the carnival, or should we switch gears to Pro Wrestling Noah?
We'll switch over to Noah now. I can't really talk too much about Saturday and today's shows.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Let's switch. So, Pro Wrestling Noah, we have a number 1 contenders match happening tomorrow. Monday Magic season 2 finale. Kato Kiyomiya. See, we're talking about All Japan Pro Wrestling. Kato Kiyomiya will be taking on Jake Lee, former All Japan Pro Wrestling Triple Crown champion 2 times.
Speaking of former Triple Crown champions.
And taking on Jake Lee for the number 1 contendership for the GHC Heavyweight Championship, which is held by El Hijo de Dr. Wagner Jr. So what do you think? Who's going to win this one? I got Kiyomiya, but who do you think is going to win this one?
I agree with you, because when I remember in our group chat with John, we were talking about we literally just seen Wagner Jr. and Jake Lee.
Wait a minute, hold on. So stop a second. You're in a group chat with John that I'm not included in?
No, us 3.
Oh, okay. Okay. I thought you said I'm in a group chat with John. And I was
no.
Whoa.
No, because he sent the picture and we're
okay. I'm kidding.
No, I know. No, but we seen Wagner Jr. and Jake Lee 2 or 3 weeks ago. So I mean, there's really no point going back to it. But I think it should be Kiyomiya's time.
Yeah, I know Jake Lee defeated him. I think it was in March in 2023 to win the GHC Heavyweight Championship.
March, yeah.
Defeated Kiyomiya, and I think Kiyomiya is gonna get the belt back. He's gonna get the belt back, but he's gonna get his win back here from Jake Lee. I think Kiyomiya is gonna win at Wrestle Magic. Whoever wins faces Wagner Jr. For that title at Wrestle Magic. I think it's May 4th, right? I didn't write the date down.
Yeah, May 4th. Yeah,
May 4th. Yeah. So the winner of that. I think Kiyomiya is going to win the title back.
I agree. Sorry, please go ahead.
No, somebody's trying to call me. I got somebody from work calling me right now. It's probably I heard what you said on the podcast, and I'm going to tell the boss what you're doing. I don't know why that guy's calling me right now, but it's Sunday, so I'm not going to answer the phone.
Not a boy, Lewis.
Yeah, no, it's Sunday. I'm not working today. Why is he calling me for? But anyway. Yeah, so what was I saying? I'm sorry until I was interrupted. Oh, we're talking about Kiyomiya. Yeah, so
Kiyomiya, yeah.
I think Kiyomiya is going to win the GHC Heavyweight Championship on May 4th. That win over Keno was a great win for Kiyomiya. I was rooting for Keno, of course, but that we got somebody joining us. We have looks like she's here. Let's bring her in. Let's hold on 1 second. 1 second. Lyric is here. Let's go to Triple. And Lyric, how are you?
Great. I'm so sorry. I was having technical difficulties this morning.
That's okay. That's okay.
Yes, but I finally got through them. Super excited to be here.
Yeah, no, we're happy. We were like, where's Lyric? Oh my God, where's Lyric? But we kind of figured maybe you were up all night watching All Japan Pro Wrestling and you overslept or something, or.
Well, the first part is true. Because you know that it took a while for them to upload night 2, so I was catching up before this show, and then my microphone wasn't working this morning. So
no.
Everything's fine. Everything's fine.
Okay, that's good. Well, we were just talking about Champion. We just got done talking about Champion Carnival. We were talking about the Kiyomiya Lee match for tomorrow.
Yes.
But since you're here, you've been watching All Japan. What are your thoughts of the Champion Carnival so far?
I will say I think they've done a really great job making it feel like anybody can win. And I think that night one was an example of that, right? Like you had Kento taking a pin there, Honda losing so decisively, so quickly to a foreigner. So I do think that they're doing a really good job of spreading out some wins. And I also think that another thing that they're doing a really good job of is I think this feels like a new reintroduction for young talent. Just for Ren Ayabe looks incredible. Probably the best singles performances we've ever seen from him.
Yeah.
In addition, same thing with Yuma Anzai finally getting a jacket, which is something that I've been screaming for a very long time. So yeah, I think that there's a lot of different. There's just so many different ways that this can go. I'm not completely invested in some of the foreigners that they've put forth, but I do think some have been better than others so far, but it's still really early. But so far, I'm really enthused by what I'm seeing. Also, Yuma Yagi is fantastic. Just
great talent. Did you watch night 3 yet or no?
No, I did not get to watch night 3 yet. No, I haven't.
Are you okay with spoilers, or you're not okay with spoilers? Because I wanted to ask your opinion on something.
Listen, Puro is spoilers half the time, so go ahead, hit me with it.
Okay, so Kuroshio Tokyo Japan versus Cyrus. Who do you think won that match?
I'm going with the first one. I don't just because of his tricks and
Cyrus. I was shocked. Cyrus lost to Kuroshio Tokyo Japan. I couldn't believe it. I know they're trying to build Cyrus up to be a monster, but to have him lose in his first match to Kuroshio Japan, I think sets the tone for Cyrus for the rest of the tournament, man.
Yes, and that was what I was fearing with the foreigners. I didn't know what they were going to do with them. I think some Lord Crew. I think they've been building him intentionally to look super strong. And with Cyrus, I'm not sure that I expected him to win up against Kuroshio, just because the only person that I really expected to beat some of the comedy wrestlers decisively was probably another more comedy aligned wrestler, which was Yuma Yagi. So that was the only match that I really 100% expected him to lose.
Okay. That makes sense. Well, I want to give you a proper introduction. I know you came in a little late, but you're the host of Maps and Graps podcast. You got your own YouTube channel. You're hosting AEW's The Dynamite Book here on bodyslam.com as well, bodyslam.net. I'm sorry, Cassidy. Bodyslam.net. You're a freelance writer. You do great stuff. Your posts on Twitter or X. I always enjoy reading them, but it's great to have you here. Have you met Ethan? Do you know Ethan?
No, I have not. Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you too, Lyric.
Yeah, when I told Ethan that you come on, he's a fan. He was like, "Wow, Lyric is coming on." I was like, "Yeah." He was like, "Wow," because he reads your tweets as well. So, and I'm happy that you joined us. I'm happy. I know we spoke. We DM'd each other back and forth, and I'm like, I got to get her on the show.
I don't get to talk about Puro as much as I would like to on other podcasts. I get invited for different other things, so it's always great to talk about my true favorite things. So,
all right. Yeah. And you were recently. I wanted to ask you. You were recently in Japan. Why don't you tell me a little bit about that? Because I'm incredibly jealous. I'm going to try to get there in 2025, 2026. But tell me about your experience in Japan. I know you met a lot of wrestlers. Yeah, went to a lot of shows. But yeah, talk about that.
I would like to say I got really inspired on Wrestle Kingdom 17, and it was somewhere between Mercedes's debut and Omega Ospreay one, where I was like, this time next year I'm going to be there. I don't know what it's going to take. I don't know how I'm going to get there. I was like, I have to experience this, and so one, I worked really hard, but then two, like I really, really planned for it. I left 2 days after Christmas, and I ended up staying for 9 days, and I ended up seeing Stardom, All Japan, New Japan, Noah, DDT. Was that it? Yes, I saw some of those people more times than once, and it was just the most purest, greatest experience ever. I can't even talk about it without smiling. Like, I recommend it for any wrestling fan. Like, it just feels like you're going like, oh, if you're like a really big Puro fan, it really feels like you're going to your roots, like experiencing Korakuen Hall live, like experiencing the Tokyo Dome. And also it's really cool to be around like a lot of wrestling fans in a very respectable manner, in a respectful manner, especially like, on Twitter. I feel like we get so lost in a lot of the nastiness and stuff like that, but truly it reminds you that at the end of the day, like, we're all wrestling fans, and like the experience should and typically is positive. It was such a positive experience. Going to Tunicon, which is the big wrestling emporium. Like, I didn't get to spend nearly as much time there as I would like to. I didn't get to go to Ribera though. I'm going to save that for the next trip, but it's really nice to have that much wrestling at your fingertips, because like I remember the third, I had just gotten finished covering the New Japan press conference, and it was like 4:00 in the middle of the day, and I was like, I don't have anything to do for the rest of the day. They're running wrestling in Korakuen Hall, so just go. It's just so easy. Like, it's, and so many promotions are running, like people that I didn't even mention. Like, I remember TJPW was running, Big Japan was running, and like a lot of the promotions were running different shows. Like, for example, All Japan, only got to see them once, but I think they had like maybe 3 shows during that time period that I was there. And also the magic of Wrestle Kingdom has to be experienced live. I truly think, like, it's just a Hiroshi Tanahashi entrance in Japan, like at Wrestle Kingdom. Same thing with Okada. And I feel like I chose the perfect time, because it was Okada and Ospreay's last Wrestle Kingdom before a lot of things changed. Like, I got to see Nakajima versus Miyahara for the Triple Crown.
Okay, stop. 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 Come on. Now you're rubbing it in. Now you're rubbing it in.
I'm sorry.
No, I'm only kidding. I'm kidding. No, but yeah, I want to get out there. I want to try to get out. I'm assuming it's very expensive to get out.
The travel is the most expensive part. I will say the flight is the most expensive part, but truly, once you're there, it's deceptively cheap. Like, for example, like, even like I got a very small hotel room just for myself, because I was by myself on this trip, and so I ended up spending $400 American for a hotel room to myself for 9 nights total.
That's pretty good. That's pretty good.
That's pretty good.
Yes, and you can actually end up. I thought people were lying about this, but you can really eat at 7-Eleven every single day and eat something new and eat deceptively cheap and be perfectly fine. And also the ramen, dirt cheap. Like, I remember I went to this ramen spot right before Ryogoku, and it was like not even a full like equivalent of $7 American. And so everything is pretty cheap once you get out there. It's just the flight is the most expensive part. But if you know that you're going, if you can say, especially like I do recommend, the best time to go is like obviously that right after Christmas mark, or let's say like you want to do Dominion or something and go to Osaka. I've never done that part, but I do want to do Dominion in Osaka Joe Hall one day. But if you know that you're going, it's definitely doable. If you save for the travel, everything else will.
Yeah, my dream is to see a show at Korakuen Hall. So that's what I want to do over the next 2 years. So I'm saving up. I'm gonna get out there. I'm gonna get out.
Yes, you have to.
All right. So when you came in, we were actually talking about Kaito Kiyomiya versus Jake Lee tomorrow. I gave my pick, Kiyomiya. Ethan thinks Kiyomiya is gonna win. Who do you think is gonna win that match tomorrow?
I'm going with Kiyomiya. He seems to finally have gotten, his edge back. He seems like to finally be on a roll, which I'm very happy to see because I think for a while it was a little bit touch and go there. But something about Kano always brings out the best of him, and we've definitely seen that with them renewing their rivalry lately. And so I think that Kiyomiya wins here.
Does he win the title on May 4th? I think he is. I think he's the next champion, but
I don't know, but I would like that to be the case. I really hope that.
I think he's taking the title back. I think he's going to win the title. Ethan, what did you think? You thought he was going to win the title, or you don't think he's going to win the title?
I'm going to go the opposite. I think Wagner Jr. retains.
Oh, okay. I
would not be mad though Kiyomiya does win it, but I would like a little longer run with Wagner Jr. He's doing great.
I agree on that.
Yeah, he's. I'm sorry. Go ahead. I didn't mean to interrupt.
No, I'm just saying I agree. That's all.
Yeah, no, I agree. He's doing a great job as well. But I think Kiyomiya. I wanted Kano to defeat Kiyomiya in their last match, but that sadly didn't happen. And I think Kiyomiya is going to take the title. Now the tag team titles. I don't know if you saw last week's Monday Magic. Who are these Mummy Brothers? I was a little disappointed in that. I was expecting something besides the Mummy Brothers. But
somebody said that one of them was part of Yankee too. I think it was like Yamato or something, but he was a little taller. But I don't know who they actually were. But I couldn't believe it's great. I was like, because mostly with the Magic Monday shows with the mummies, they mostly unmask halfway for the Kojima was one of them.
Yeah.
No reveal. Just basically just kick their ass.
All right, and there's the Open Challenge is continuing on Monday. Do you think we see Keno and Yuya Iwata? Yu Iwata answer that Open Challenge? I'd love to see that, man.
I can see it.
Yeah, I'd love to see. I hope it's not like an Electric Brother or something. The Electric Brothers or something. I hope it's an actual tag team. But yeah, I can see. I would love to see Keno and Iwata actually win the GHC heavyweight tag team titles.
If it's not them, I'm gonna say them for Noah roster. Them. If it's outside, big, give me Astronauts. I want to see Astronauts challenge them for the titles.
Oh my gosh, yes.
Oh, that would be
yes.
That would be fantastic.
Lewis, you threw that in the universe last week and it never happened.
I did, and nobody responded to that. So I was like, yeah, but I would love to see that as well. But I'm more happy to see Keno and Yu Iwata answer that challenge. I think they could be the next tag team champions. I think I can see them win the tag team titles.
I could too. You know what? I will say, a lot of Noah for this year has not worked for me. But out of the things that have worked for me, one of those things is the Kano Yu Iwata tag team, during the Victory Tag Festival. That is one of the matches that I think of most fondly. That one versus the one that they had versus Kaito and Oiwa.
Yeah,
that was fun. That was really fun.
Yeah, so I'm here for it. If Kano and Yu Iwata end up taking it, I'm here for it.
I'm here for it too. So I think we're all here for it, right? Right, Ethan?
Oh yeah.
We're all here for it. That's what we want to see.
I can see.
What's that?
Right. I was gonna say right quick. Is it Dragon Bane with the broken nose? I think it's him. Yeah, Dragon. Yeah. If he had the broken nose, I could see him and Alpha Wolf winning the tag titles in the future. They're great talents. And Alpha Wolf had a hardcore title match, but unfortunately lost to Ninja Mac. I like Ninja Mac, but Alpha Wolf should have won the title.
Yeah, well, what did you think about Shuji Ishikawa challenging Ninja Mac?
Was not expecting that, to be honest with you.
Yeah.
That caught me off guard.
I'm very, 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 very interested. That was when that match graphic dropped. I think, especially because I think in the midst of the Monday Magic Wrestling Universe pay-per-view, a lot of the attention is on the Mari Gold stuff, which, rightfully so. But that was one thing that I was like, oh, so there's going to be a ton of surprises. Okay, for this show, Shuji Ishikawa. Not sure Shuji wins here, but I do think it's going to be interesting just to see.
Yeah, it should be a great match, but I think Ninja Mac retains as well.
Yes.
Ninja Mac's going best Super Junior, so that I could see him losing it in a way, but I would not be surprised if he does actually retain, goes into Super Juniors. Well, I mean, Hayata's a national champion, so who knows? Going into Super Juniors.
I don't have the list in front of me though. What other matches are there for Wrestle Magic? Is anything else announced?
There's a woman tag.
Oh, that
There's Shuji versus Ninja Mac.
Yeah.
There's now been Daga versus
Alejandro.
Yes, Daga. That was announced for the show.
I think that was it for right now, I believe. And then the winner.
Yeah, I think they're waiting on obviously the winner of Kiyomiya versus Lee to figure out like the rest of
who's going to be the challenger. Alejandro, I think I'd like to see him win the title. I like to see him win the GHC junior heavyweight title. I don't think he's going to, but I like to see him. I like to see him beat Daga. Do you think he has a chance, Ethan?
I think he does. I mean, he beat Daga in a minute 12 on Monday Magic, and he's already got the Dragon Gate, Open the Twin Gate title.
Yeah, with Kato.
Yeah, I wouldn't mind him actually having a run. I like Daga, but I think it's time for him to give up the junior title.
I agree.
Well, lose it to Alejandro. Give up. Sorry, you know what I meant.
Yeah, no, I'd love to see it. I don't think Alejandro's going to win. I think Daga will lose probably his next challenger, but if Alejandro wins, hey, I wouldn't be disappointed.
I just don't know who else is left though for Daga to challenge. I mean, Ogawa. Does anyone really want to see them?
The Noah Junior scene is going to be very interesting, I would say, in the next couple months, just because, like you said, there's not a lot of challengers, and the challengers that were there, they're going to Best of the Super Juniors.
Yeah, and that's true too, right?
That's true because Hayata, I don't know, he's a GHC national champion now. Do you think he moves up to heavyweight eventually, or he remains a junior heavyweight?
I don't see it, to be honest with you. I don't see it.
No, staying junior.
Well, like New Japan for a second, like everybody thought Desperado and Hiromu were going to heavyweight. Haven't seen them in heavyweight yet.
No.
Yeah, that's true.
I truly think that the only way that a wrestler should go up to heavyweight is, one, obviously if it's their call, but two, I think the junior heavyweight division needs to be in a strong enough place to where it could be fine without that major absence. Like New Japan definitely can't handle it. I think just because New Japan's junior division only has 2 real stars like they've ever created, and that's Hiromu and Desperado. Now, do they have the potential to create all these new stars? Absolutely, which is why I'm very excited for Best of Super Juniors. I hope that it means that they finally push somebody else up to that next tier, but they really haven't. And with Noah right now, they just have bare bones across their junior division, period. Yeah. So I think I hope that they really start to restructure that junior division before even considering pushing certain guys up to heavyweight.
Well, they had Titus Alexander. Is he considered a junior heavyweight, or is he a heavyweight?
I think so. I would put him as a junior.
I would say he was. Yeah, I would count him as junior.
He's a great talent. He'd be terrific in the junior heavyweight division.
Yes, he would. It's just more. I think it's more so about keeping him full time. But no, he's great. Whenever I saw him, at Monday Magic or other Noah stuff, he definitely impressed me. And also he got Marufuji to come to the States to wrestle him, and so that's
next month. Yeah, West Coast. I'm very excited for that.
Marufuji doesn't come to the States pretty often. I hope that we get him on television for in some way, form, or fashion while he's here, but that's a whole nother conversation. But
okay.
I really do.
Another one speaking of West Coast, American Indies, Teriyaki was pretty good too.
Yeah.
All right, I'm gonna read something I wrote here, and I'll ask for you guys' thoughts. So we had 2 top New Japan Pro Wrestling stars recently went to AEW. We have an AEW talent holding the IWGP World Heavyweight Championship, and now we have an AEW talent getting the first shot at the IWGP Heavyweight Champion. Lyric, your thoughts on that?
Okay. I will say this. I am not opposed to the first 2 because of the circumstances of how things are. I don't think that. Do I think that AEW has the resources to I think better serve the needs of some of these talent? Yes. And I do think that New Japan definitely squandered some opportunities when it came to certain talent. Absolutely. However, this match on Wednesday being a title match, I'm not really a fan of that. I would have much rather it been an eliminator, just because like AEW has no problem doing eliminators. They do them all the time.
Yeah.
I just do think that having Hobbs get the first IWGP heavyweight title opportunity, like legit, it does no. I'm very excited for the match, and I was very excited for the match when it was announced, especially when it was non-title. I just no. Don't.
Yeah, no, and especially I think Hobbs' last win was against CJ Esparza, which was on Collision. So I guess defeating Esparza earns him a shot at the IWGP World Heavyweight Champion. No, I'm not a fan of that at all. I don't, two New Japan Pro Wrestling stars going to AEW. You have no control over that. Tony Khan has money. John Moxley, I wasn't a huge fan of him winning the IWGP title, but I understand why he has it, because there's really nobody else. I think Tetsuya Naito is kind of burnt out right now. Maybe he's suffering from injuries, and Yota Tsuji or Shota Umino, I don't think they're ready for it. So I understand why John Moxley is champion, but I don't understand why Powerhouse Hobbs is getting the first shots. Is Tony Khan calling the shots at New Japan Pro Wrestling now?
He said that every title match has to be sanctioned through Gato, but at the same time, here's the thing. For me personally, anybody who watches New Japan, I take that with a grain of salt, because I'm not gonna lie, I'm not gonna act like Gato's winning Booker of the Year anytime soon.
He's not winning. My God.
Exactly. So my thing is, this does sound like it could be very. I know a lot of people are mad at AEW, and I'm not saying that they shouldn't be, right? But if you look at the booking decisions of New Japan for the past couple months, this could very much so be a New Japan decision. Like, think about it. This is the same company that strapped up Matt Riddle immediately. Like, this is the same company that essentially put all of their top titles on the WWE releases as soon as they were free agents. So, like I said, it could be AEW, it could not be AEW, but this does sound very New Japan.
Yeah. What do you think, Ethan? What do you think?
I like both guys. I think it's gonna be a fun match, but this does not need to be for the title. Moxie's he's not even gonna be in New Japan until May 4th, I think.
Yeah.
When he's facing Narita. And the winner of that match actually beats, speaking of Shota Umino Lewis, he did a Resurgence, which I actually thought they were going to wait till Forbidden Door or Dominion.
Okay.
To be honest, but I don't know. I get why they put the title on Moxley, because like he does go to New Japan often. Let's just say, I don't know. I didn't get it. I get you were going to make history of him holding the WWE, AEW, IWGP titles. Like I get that part of business, but he doesn't really need it. And plus, I wish Zack Sabre Jr. would have won the title. Why is he holding the TV title again? Like he built that title for over a year. Like he don't need that title. I'm sorry. It might be a hot take to people, but I don't care if he has the title, the TV title. I wish he be the world champion right now.
I agree.
So John Moxley, there's no way in hell he's losing to Ren Narita. I think we're both.
God no.
Does Shota Umino win the title from John Moxley then?
Not on the first try. And I think that's why they put the first match at Resurgence, because the thing is, the story doesn't work that they've been telling for 5 years if Shota just beats John Moxley on the first time. He specifically framed it as the final exam for a reason. Like, this is going to be the story that essentially carries New Japan through the summer, to be quite honest. And I think that they're probably the only story who can do it, just because we've been watching both of them together since 4 or 5 years, since he was a little young lion, since Mox first left WWE. And so, like, you got to drag this out. You can't just give us everything we want on the first try. But I do think, like, maybe we get a rematch maybe the rematch is at Forbidden Door. Maybe the rematch is for Dominion. Or maybe, like, Shooter wins the G1 and they head on a collision course for Wrestle Kingdom. Who knows at this point? But I don't think that anything is gained if Shota wins, like, on the first try. That's like if Yota Tsuji beat Naito on the first try. Like, it sends a whole different message. Not saying that he shouldn't have, but it just sends a whole completely different message if he wins on the first try.
Yeah, no, I agree. That's why I was thinking maybe Umino, like you mentioned, would win the G1, and then they would have the showdown at Wrestle Kingdom, something like that. But yeah, I think John Moxley's going to get. He's going to beat Hobbs. He's not going to lose the title to Hobbs. He's going to beat Narita, and I think he's going to beat Umino as well. And whoever the next opponent will be, I think he's going to hold it till Wrestle Kingdom.
Yeah,
I can see that, but it's funny how when Moxley brought Hobbs in, it was at Daly's place, so it's full circle how it's going back to Daly's place. But I remember that because I didn't even think of that. I didn't watch Collision last, but I seen the tweets. It was Don Callis. I'm like, I see you're using your old New Japan contacts there, Don Callis. But I like Hobbs, but I could see him actually having a G1 run, honestly, if they want to set an AEW guy. But he's not winning the title. Like, that predictable. I mean, Umino, I can see Umino at Dominion or even Wrestle Kingdom, but Umino's taking the title sometime.
Yes.
You think he wins the title before Yota Tsuji, you think?
I'm going to say yes.
Me too. And I personally, here's the thing. Yota Tsuji is very, very talented. And I think like he has all the makings to be the future face of the company. However, one thing that some of the young guys are lacking is I think that true emotional investment. We're starting to see it with Yota Tsuji, but at the end of the day, Shota already has it. Like, people are bought into him. People are invested in him. I've seen his entrances in America. I've seen it in Japan. People are invested in him. It's almost because like he's the one that everybody got to watch grow up, essentially, of like, you know, from being Mox's young boy to, you know, even when he went on excursion to the UK, like, you know, being with Ospreay, we've gotten to see him try and fail to, you know, define himself and all sorts of stuff. Like the emotional connection that he has with the crowd, a lot of the other young guys are still developing. And so I could understand why Shota is the first one to win a world title. And I think it would be probably fitting as well, just because like he's faced, you know, his mentors to get there, you know, fantastic match with Ospreay, which wasn't the first match that they had. And then like, you know, now, you know, heading on a collision course with Mox, like he's the one. Just in a sense, like just think about it. Think about Mox versus Shota main eventing like Dominion with Red Shoes as the referee. The stuff writes itself.
Yeah.
He got his American dad and he's got his actual dad.
Exactly. It's literally, as the kids say, cinema. It's gonna write itself.
And then Red Shoes goes 1, 2, and then gives the finger to Shota, and then turns on him. You
know what? I kind of want to see that now. I kind of want to see it be like 1, 2, and it's like, you know what? Screw you. Flips him off. I'm like, yes. I don't know why. I just want to see that now, and then Lewis can come back on here and brag like, I told you. I said this in April.
What about Yuya Mura? What do you think he fits in the new batch of young stars?
He's going for the KOPW title, and they made a stipulation. So basically, he wants what did he say? I think a catch wrestling blood sport match or whatever. I'm probably way off. And then Okan basically wants the same match with Tonga Loa, just only the first round was like tires, bring him in the ring, and then you got to eat a lime, I think was the second round, and then the third.
You have to eat a lime. Is that what you said?
Yeah, no joke. So basically, you had to vote, but I like you more. But I mean, he's already had a shot at tag titles, and Taiwan lost. I mean, he had a great match with Tsuji, but I don't see him with the world title yet. I can see him for right now, and maybe like tag titles.
Well, yeah, no, I'm not asking about the world title right now. I'm just saying, what do you think he fits in the in terms of all the young stars right now? Do you think he's up there, or he's below like Tsuji, or he's above Tsuji? Like that was,
I'd say a little bit below Tsuji. I'd say probably like maybe like second or third below Tsuji.
Definitely below Tsuji. Honestly, right now, I hate to say this, I never thought I'd be that Yuya might be at the bottom for me now. Ren used to be in front of him, but I feel like as much as like I can't stand House of Torture, it kind of works for Ren Narita. It's starting to work for him, like as far as like it makes sense him being there. Yuya, I just don't know. I think he has all the potential in the world, but I'm not gonna lie. I came out of that last match with him and Suji very disappointed. Just because I feel like, and I've tweeted this, I feel like a lot of this generation, they know how to wrestle, but they don't know how to brawl. And that's why I felt we were watching a hair versus hair match that felt incredibly tame with no stakes attached. And it's something we're supposed to feel blood feud. And honestly, like, Yuya needs to, I don't know if he needs to go back on excursion or what, but like he doesn't, his bag is not deep at all. Like, it's only but so many arm drags I can watch before I'm just like, do you have anything else? Like,
Yeah.
he does them beautifully. He has great technique and form on the moves that he does have, but he has very little range. And it's just like, what did you learn during excursion? Like, he hasn't picked up.
Dancing with Joe Hendry.
Well, yeah. Well, he went.
Oh, yeah.
He went to Impact Wrestling, and they misused him, in my opinion. So I don't think he had.
I do gotta agree with Lewis on that one. Like when he first went, I'm like, okay, maybe it might be a couple week thing, and then like maybe he turns on him and then get like a test run as a heel. But no, and then I don't know. I thought the only match I'd say go check out from his teenager was Josh Alexander. His final one with Josh Alexander. Speaking of Alexander, put him in the G1. I don't know. You more has been kind of disappointed. Like that, like lyrics at the hair versus hair. Like, why did that need to be a hair versus hair match? Like, I did not understand. And like she also like lyrics that I'm so tired of seeing so many arm. Like his moves are arm drags, a draw kick, and deadbolt suplex. That's literally and the heat clutch. That's it. That's his 5 moves. I'm like, bro, you need more moves.
And I know like, people used to pick at like people always like pick on like the Cenas and the Okadas of the world and say like they only have 5 moves. No, Yuya Uemura only has 5 moves.
Legit has 5 moves.
Quite literally. Quite literally.
I know like more, but like lyrics say he needs more move sets. Like throw a power jobber once in a blue moon or a suplex. And
I think that's why both guys are getting like why both guys were like 20 minutes into the match, winded. You haven't done anything. You haven't even gone on the outside. This is supposed to be you haven't even gone on the outside of the ring. Like this is supposed to be a blood feud. When I hear hair versus hair, mask versus hair, mask versus mask, anything like that.
Fight for your life for that.
Exactly. I'm expecting blood feud. And like this is giving subpar technical wrestling. And it's just like what are we doing here? But I do think the saving grace of a lot of the other young guys is that they have some place that they belong. So like Shota, like his story lies within his mentors. Suji is in a very, how do I say it, very interesting LIJ right now, is where you have clearly the 3 heavyweights who want to be top guy, and essentially Naito, him, and Takagi. Ren Narita, like I said, I can't stand House of Torture, but at least that's his thing. That's his jam. That's what he's doing. Yuya feels like a lot of just 5 guys right now, of just everybody feels very aimless in just 5 guys. And they went from last year being the faction that the promotion was built around, which is a whole nother conversation. And now all of them feel boring. Maybe he needs to just start fighting Sonata. I don't know. Maybe that helped.
Omura versus Sonata?
Yes, maybe that'll help.
That would be interesting. I'm sorry, go ahead, Ethan.
Oh, it's because we're nerd. I had a friend of mine text me. He's like, the reason why he went heel is because he got tired of being called Kashiri Shibata Jr. I'm like, I mean, all right. I mean, that's a fair reason. He could say that. But like, I hate House of Torture, but I mean, it works for him. But...
Yeah, I think all 3 of us can't stand House of Torture.
No one.
I'm not a fan.
I think Ren had to, like the Shibata comparisons. I think that they were so stifling. It made it almost impossible for him to like really make his own mark, just because like everybody was calling him Little Shibata.
Yeah.
Shibata Jr.
It doesn't help that he actually kind of looks like him, though. Let's just be honest. It's so I can kind of see why, but I mean, it works for. I mean, at least it's worked for him better than Show. I'm just gonna throw it out there, but and Kushida. Well, while I was talking about Super Juniors, I'm not surprised they picked Kushida because he was the only contracted New Japan star that wasn't in Super Juniors. Poor Jeff Cobb, he's like, pick me. I'm like, bro, you're like 300. I get you're probably joking, but that'd be fun to just throw him in there. But I kind of figured it was gonna be Kushida, but I kind of wish, honestly, if they were picking outside juniors, I wish it was Ryzen Hayato or Iosuke Oyagi if he wasn't injured.
100%, 1000%. I would have loved those guys. I would have loved to see Dan Tamura. I would have loved to see Leon Slater from TNA, who's an absolute phenom, just incredible. I would love to see Leo Rush again, of course. And I do think like some AEW guys could have really benefited. I think that Nick Wayne or even Hook would have been really good choices for Best of the Super Junior this year. But, I understand the reasoning behind Kushida, because honestly, in true theory, it probably takes a while to like get a long-term work visa like that set up for somebody, like, and so Kushida already has all the paperwork and stuff, so they probably wanted to just make it easy on themselves.
That's a fantastic point. I didn't even think about that.
Yeah,
that's a terrific point.
I didn't. Honestly, I didn't even think that either. So that was because by the way, which all speed recovered for his shoulder. I didn't even think about that either. And then I saw Kushida was like, I want to, and then like 10 minutes are like, yeah, Kushida, go and do Best Super Juniors. After he made that video, like 5 minutes, they're like, here's the graphic. I'm like, oh, okay.
He was still in the airport. He was just like, yeah, they just told me they needed me, so hey, I'm here. Good
yeah, he's in the airport. He's like, I'm like, I seen the video. I'm like, why am I looking at an airport? And it's just Kushida. I'm like, oh, hi, Kushida.
Like.
What do you think? Oh, sorry, Larry. Go ahead.
No, I was just going to say, I'm very interested to see how he's positioned this year, because last year he essentially lost almost every match.
4 points.
So wonder if they put him in the same position this year.
I think so. Do you think Do you think Taguchi be in still, or do you think they'll replace him because he has to set over the Dontaku tour because of his accident?
I think that they're probably just trying to wait and see. But honestly, if he's not clear for Dontaku and like unless he makes like great improvement, I'm not sure if he's going to make it through the full Best of Super Junior tournament. And so, they might have to work on that last minute work visa anyway. To be quite honest, because
you mentioned Leon Slater, I'd love to see Leon Slater in the Best of the Super. He would be fantastic.
I could see if we're like making outside talent like Leon Slater, I'll throw Noah Joe Oliver. I think he'd be great in that.
Yes.
AEW stars like Nick Wade, I think he'd be fantastic in that. To be honest with you. Also, Noah from TNA, Trey Miguel, or Marlon Reed, put one of them two in there.
If Atsuki Ayaki wasn't injured, man, he'd be fantastic.
Oh yeah, he'd be. And same with.
I know I got you excited with that tweet. There the other day.
Yeah,
he would be fantastic.
I could see Ryzen Hayato if he wasn't junior champion. To be honest with you,
that's exactly what I said. I agree. If he didn't have the belt right now, I would 100% think he would be in it. But honestly, to be quite honest, in my opinion, I think like maybe it's like some healthy competition there. But I feel like All Japan right now, like some of their talent, if they were put into some of these like New Japan tournaments, I think like they might steal the show. Like I really think that they might steal the show just because like these are guys who are not just, they're the same age, yes, as some of the young guys from New Japan, but they're not just being called like, oh, the future. They're actually doing the now. So like they're facing top guys every night. Like, they have that confidence. They know who they are. It's almost like because the roster is smaller at All Japan, it's almost like they're on an accelerated path compared to like their peers and other companies where, look at other people their age and other companies never got a world title shot before, haven't touched gold, like still on that up and coming. And I think like the All Japan stars, they're not like that just because like, they're constantly night in, night out facing other top athletes.
I can see Speedball coming back too.
Oh, that would be great.
Yeah, that would be terrific. I don't think Hayato having the New Japan Junior Heavyweight Champion, I don't think that would matter. So I mean, Hayato's going in as the GHC National Champion.
Yeah, that's true. Ninja Mac is right now hardcore, and Blake Christian, for God's sakes, is a GCW World Champion. So
yeah, so I would
that's right now.
I mean, he doesn't need a work visa. Just bring in Rising Hayato.
Hey, I think that's a great idea. Maybe we'll see more collaboration from the. I would like to see more collaboration from the All Japan, New Japan side, especially now that the Noah roster feels a little bit scarce. Like even like for the G1 this year, I don't know who they would send. I don't know who Noah could send to possibly take some of those spots, who hasn't done it before. Obviously, you know, you can always put Kaito back in there, but like who else? I think that they should probably start, you know, pulling people from All Japan, in my opinion, because especially if you're going to keep the field as large as it was last year, if you're going to have guests, they should be fun, great guests.
What about Jake Lee? What about Jake Lee in the G1?
I can see that.
I could see it. It wouldn't be my favorite thing.
Okay.
I'm very hot.
What about Keno in the G1?
Oh my god.
Yeah. Yeah. I'll throw in I got two names, Dragon Bane and Alpha Wolf.
I don't know if I put them in the G1 though. I don't know if I'll put them in the G1.
Not in the G1.
Yeah. Best of Super Juniors, maybe.
I would also say I think they would do great Super Junior Tag League too.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah. That's the other show. I was like,
Junior
Tag League. I was like, wait, what's the one I'm thinking of?
I would from All Japan, honestly, if Yuma has lost the Triple Crown by then, I think it would be great for him to do it. Yuma Anzai. I think Yuma Yagi would thrive in it. Trying to think of who else. Like, you know what? And Kento's never done it. And I think that Kento needs more.
Ooh.
Only thing he just needs more exposure on the international stage.
Laird took that was gonna be my first guess. Laird was reading my mind. I could see somebody else. If Nakajima's not signed, I could see him do one small G1 because I know he did it years ago. I think. Yeah.
Yes, he did. He was. It was 2015, I believe.
And then Marufuji did it the year later.
I thought they did it the same year. I could have sworn they did it the same year. Well,
I think it was the same year.
Nakajima was still a rookie though, so like he wasn't.
Like, okay, that's just right.
He wasn't making any noise or anything, but yeah.
I can see Nakajima doing it again if he's not signed here in the North America or in Japan.
That'd be a great way to make a
statement. Nakajima, what's going on with all his?
He disappeared.
He's posting himself sleeping outside in like a park, like he's homeless. Like I guess he's trying to show he has no home promotion. I think that's what he's trying. The point he's trying to get across. Well, where do you think he ends up? Is he? I know there's been rumors WWE, possibly AEW. What do you think Nakajima ends up?
I think he could afford to exhaust all his options in Japan before going west. I do think that a New Japan run could be very fruitful for both parties.
Yeah.
If he ran like a similar Invader gimmick in New Japan like he did in All Japan, I think that he'd be very successful. He's a very interesting and special talent, and I don't think that he needs to hurry up and sign anywhere. I think that he has a lot of options. I mean, for me personally, I would not like to see him in a warehouse in Florida.
I agree.
I just think that just knowing his style, I just think that I don't want to see a condensed, watered down version. Like I want the full Katsuhiko Nakajima experience. But yeah, I think that New Japan could really use him. I think that they could really use him. So I think a G1 makes a lot of sense if he ends up doing it. I mean, I wouldn't be shocked to see him potentially, because I remember I asked the question before at an AEW scrum. Well, no, I didn't ask the question. Somebody else asked the question, and I remember it was right when he became a free agent, and Tony Khan flat out said that he is interested. So I don't know if anything actually moved there at all, but I know that he did say that he was interested. But I think Nakajima is just very interesting right now because like there's so much. His 20th year and wrestling anniversary, if I'm not mistaken, is this year because so is Go Shiozaki's, and so
yeah, Shiozaki's is in June, I believe, and then Nakajima would be. But like if I had to make a guess, like in Japan, obviously I'm gonna go with New Japan. But like North America wise, I'm gonna say AEW, but Armo Menjo, I'm gonna throw him in TNA for a bit. I want to see him and Gresham go 1-on-1, and him and Josh Alexander again.
I don't know if he would want to go to TNA though. I don't think he'd want to go. I don't think he'd want to go to the US and go to TNA. I think he'd rather stay in Japan. That's just
agree.
Yeah,
Big Japan. Let's run with Big Japan for a bit.
I think
Yes,
Big
I like
Japan.
Him and Sakimo, yes, sign me up. Let's go. John,
I was just like, there's a big freelancer bag for him to get of just like people might feel like whichever way like they do about like the GCWs of the world, but at the end of the day, like for Japanese talent, they have a very glowing reputation as far as how they're treated and like like clearly like they keep people booked, and so I think Japanese wrestling has become exploded in popularity on the US indies. So like even if he wanted to just dip a toe down here and just go on like, a freelance indie run, I think like it could be very lucrative for him.
Absolutely, absolutely. But I do think we're going to eventually see him in New Japan Pro Wrestling.
Yes, I hope. Yes,
Yeah.
I hope.
That's my prediction. I think we're going to see him there soon. I don't think he's going to. I think he wants to move up. I think going from Noah to All Japan might have been a step down. I don't hope. I'm not hurting anybody's feelings there, but I think it was a step down going into All Japan. I don't think he wants to go
disagree.
Okay.
And I originally felt the exact same way. However, I feel like sometimes you could be a big fish in a small pond, or you can be a small fish in a big pond.
Okay.
And I felt like Nakajima needed to refresh his character coming out of Noah, especially after, you're coming out of something as beloved as One Axis, and like Noah just had a lot going on, still has a lot going on. And so I feel like he needed a safe space to kind of like refresh his character, reacclimate himself to like, a new but different audience at the same time. And like, basically, I think kind of like get himself ready for what was next. And I think like All Japan was the best place to do that just because they're growing exceptionally fast. Like, and look at their numbers. Like, for example, like look at the opening night of Champion Carnival, twice the amount of the people that they pulled in for the same show last year. Of just they're growing, so it's an easy place to establish yourself. Like he wasn't fighting with any top guys. Like they got Kento Miyahara and Yuma Yagi to lay down for you. Like rather than he wasn't in the main event picture all year in Noah. So I do think like there was a lot of benefit to it. It just comes down to exposure. From an exposure perspective, maybe it could have hurt, but like as far as like him being able to really like reinvent himself, I do think that All Japan was a win.
That's again an excellent point. Excellent point. So I changed my opinion. I'm with you. I'm with you now. That's that's makes perfect sense. Makes perfect sense. So let's move on. So Xia Li, free agent, Rossi Ogawa starting up Marigold. Does Rossi Ogawa reach out to Xia Li in about 3 months?
Yep.
Yes.
Yes. Okay.
Well, I
so
mean,
just leave it at that. 3 yeses and that's it.
Yeah. Well, she's good friends with Kari and Io. So I mean, and
yep,
Rossi's good. It's pretty cool with Kari and Io. So I mean, it's right there. Come on, it's right there.
Yep.
I could see Xia do a quick run stardom too if they wanted.
Yeah. Do you think Triple H, because he has a good relationship, is Xia Li good relationship with WWE, lets her out of that 90-day non-compete, or she'll have to wait 90 days?
I just have to wait.
Have to wait. Okay.
Yeah.
And
I with the non-competes that you can technically get out of it, but you're not entitled to like any money or anything. So like when you get out of it, like you all the claim that you had on like I guess that being paid for 90 days like is gone if you get out of it early.
Okay. Well, yeah. So 90 days. I'm sure Ogawa will. Well, he could reach out to her prior to the 90 days, right? Or is that?
He could, but she'll have to wait the 90 days to.
Have to wait the 90 days. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. So I think we'll see her in Marigold. Tokyo Joshi Pro Wrestling. Mia Watanabe making her first defense against Shoko Nakajima May 6th. Thoughts on that, Ethan?
I'm pretty excited for that match. Actually, Mia Watanabe's pretty talented. I mean, her and Mayu had that great match back Grand Princess, so her and Nakajima are gonna have a great match as well. I hope.
Do you think Watanabe should have taken a pinfall loss to Nakajima in that 6-woman tag match? Or do you think they should have set this up a different way? Or are you okay with her just...
I'm okay with it.
Okay, yeah. What about you, Leora?
I don't get to watch as much TJPW as I would like. but I've been trying to like watch a lot of shows this year. And I will say, like, I really enjoy what I see from TJPW. They seem to be a promotion that they know their audience, they know their roster, and like, they're not trying to be anything that they're not. I thought that Miyu Watanabe for a long time has been a very hidden gem of theirs, and I've been waiting for her to get that big opportunity. And now that she has that belt, I think that her and Shoko are going to tear the house down. I don't think obviously that Shoko Nakajima wins here, but I think this is a great and strong first defense just because Shoko Nakajima is one of those founding faces of TJPW. And so I think that this is a great first defense of that new era. And so I'm really excited to see what they're cooking up. And also like their cards this year have been really good. So I'm excited to see what these two are cooking up.
Yeah, no, it's going to be a great match. I agree. I don't think Nakajima is going to win the Princess title for the third time. I think Watanabe is going to successfully defend the title. But yeah, it's going to be a great match. I'm a big fan of Watanabe. Actually, I have an interview with Watanabe. It's up on bodyslam.net. Anybody watching, they could check it out. It's been up there for about a week. And very excited that I got to interview her. And
hey, at least she actually gave me more answers than Hayata.
I interviewed. I don't know if you read my interview with Hayata Lyric. It was just basically yes, no answers to the question. Yes, no. Are you excited that you're? Are you happy that you're the GHC national champion? Yes, I am.
The most he gave me was about Jack Morris. Jack Morris. Rematch.
I asked him, are you going to give Jack Morris a rematch? I am not going to give him a rematch.
I did. I thought that part of the interview was pretty. I don't know why I found that so funny because it's like all one word answers, and Lewis like, "You gonna give him a no, he get no rematch."
That's funny. You never know what you're gonna get with written interviews. Sometimes, like you never know what you're gonna get.
Meanwhile, with Jonathan Walker Stewart's like a paragraph, like.
Yeah. All right. Anybody got anything else they want to discuss? We're at an hour 20 minutes. We got like almost 330 people watching us right now, which is fantastic. So thanks everybody who's it's all lyric. We were at 3 when you came on. We were up to 3.
Oh my gosh!
No, I'm kidding.
We had 700.
Oh, I just wanted to say that Arisa Nakajima announced that she's retiring, and so
I did see that.
This is going to be a very hard retirement road to witness just because she's been very good for a very long time. And obviously she's been hit with some recent injuries. And so as bittersweet as it is, I'm excited to see her go out on her own terms. This is going to be a tough one to be on the ride for, but she's absolutely incredible. So I'm excited to see what her future in wrestling looks like in these next couple months.
So when is the last match? When's the last match?
I believe August or September. It was August or September, but yeah, they haven't like announced the full show, but they said like I think August of this year is going.
Yeah,
to
I think it's the end of August or September around there. So I'll perhaps start more quick. So I gotta get the show right. All-Star Grand Queendom is this weekend, this Saturday.
Next weekend, yeah.
So, but the two matches I'm looking for is Mayu Itani versus Sarai for the IWGP Women's title. I'm so pumped for that one. And Micah versus Mo Watanabe in a 3-stage of hell match for the World Star title. I'm like, yes, sign me up.
Yes, I think that they did obviously, there's a lot. Does this card have the hype that last year's did? Absolutely
not really.
However, I do think that the main matches are powerful enough to be able to hook people in. Obviously, they're running the Yokohama Buntai. Like you said, Mayu Itani versus Sarai. I think we're looking at a classic incoming. Like we're genuinely looking at what could end up being a match of the year candidate. Sarai is probably top 3, if not the best women's wrestler in the world right now. Momo versus Micah is going to be insane. It's like a 3 stages of hell match that they're doing. So like with the stipulation, I know those two are going to go they're going to go balls to the walls. It's going to be incredible. And I also think that I'm a huge Micah fan, but I'm okay with her losing here. I can't watch Momo Watanabe lose another red belt match. I think it's going to make.
I think she needs. Well, I mean, because they're holding our stardom titles, like Micah with Miya Shirakawa and.
Yes, And Xena.
Cena. Wow, I blanked on her name. Yeah, Cena. But like, I could see Momo, like lyrics. Momo needs this more. Honestly, like when I first watched her, like I'm like, oh god, here we go, more BS stuff. But now I'm like, okay, she's been impressed me, especially with the 5-star last year. Like, I'm so pumped for that. But I'm hyped for that. But and I think she needs it honestly more than Micah.
Momo needs it. And the thing is, like, Micah, and I say this as a huge Micah fan, no real Micah fan ever expected her to get this far. Like, this time last year, coming off of All-Star Grand Queendom, when Himika retired, there was huge uncertainty around Micah's future of, oh, is she always going to be a tag wrestler? So everything that we've gotten, like, since, like, I had no clue she was going to win the red belt this year. I was actually in the room. I got to be in the room today. She won the red belt. Like, everything has been really great, you know? And so I'm cool if it ends now. Like, we got way more than we ever thought we would get with Micah. So, but Momo needs to win. Like, she has to win. Same thing with, like, Saori and Hanan for the Wonder Belt. Like, I feel like it's
I'm sorry I can't contribute here. I'm really behind on Stardom, so I can't jump in. So this is a conversation between you and Ethan. I'm sorry. I apologize.
That's okay, brother.
It's okay. I think also, though, I do think that, like, for All-Star Grand Queendom next week, there's a lot of matches that are going to be easy to jump into, I think, without knowing, like, all the bits and pieces, you know, behind it. I do think that the card definitely allows for a lot of those type matches of, like, even if you don't know, like, the full story behind it, I think that is still going to be a great time. And also, they just announced a 4-way for the Goddess belts, Crazy Star versus FWC versus, I forgot the other two teams. It should have just been a 1-on-1 match, though. It should have just been Crazy Star versus FWC, but that's a whole nother.
Oh yeah, Storm had a show day. I forgot. Wow, I forgot. I knew they had the title match with I think it's Prominence again, but I have to relook it. I saw Scott Edwards tweeted part of the card, so I have to go back and look. But I saw a quick glimpse of, like, oh, it's 4-way. So, but Crazy Star's been great as Scott.
Fantastic.
Okay, all right. You guys done?
Yeah.
Okay.
Poor Lewis.
No, I'm kidding. So here's the big question, Lyric. Will you come back next week?
Of course.
All right. Lyric's back next week. All right, cool. So I think, is it a good time to wrap it up now? You think? Or
I think so.
Should we wrap it up? And so next week, 9:00, Lyric, and
Absolutely.
Great. It's a pleasure having you on. Great stuff. Again, good seeing you again, Ethan. And let's come back again next week and talk about more stuff.
Yep.
Woo!
No problem.
And everyone that's watching right now, thank you so much. Thank you so much. All right, take care, everybody. Bye-bye. Hang on. Don't go anywhere yet. I'm gonna end the stream, but don't hang up. Ethan, you always rush away. Stay there for a second. All right.
No problem.